All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Bison, aka Bison Trades, over on Twitter, and welcome back to another episode of RareFUD Radio. I am so excited for today. We have one of my favorite people in Web3, Fast Eddie, coming on to join the crew today. We get to talk everything, and if you don't know who Fast Eddie is, I always consider him one of the most interesting men in Web3. Seriously, he has his hands all over the place. He's a degen just like the rest of us. He got to travel the world for Solana. And he's also involved with Klaynos dual bots. I mean, he's working on his own product. Dude is just so connected in Web3. Just a great advocate. But joining us as always are my wonderful co-host. Let's bring on Dor. Dor, how are we doing today, brother?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Every day is a holiday, and today's kind of like Thanksgiving because we got Fast Eddie on, and I know he's going to be dropping alpha, so all of us are going to be eating, man. So I'm super happy.
That's right, man. It is. It does feel like Thanksgiving. The market does feel a little bit better. It doesn't feel completely grim, although I would say the Solana multi-business stuff on the timeline. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that in a little bit because I definitely want not only your guys' takes, but Eddie's as well, because I think it's just a super interesting conversation. But yeah, it's intense, man. Have our third co-host as well, JoeSol. Joe, how you doing today, man?
Wagwan. I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. Big Eddie on today. Big Eddie on today. We're going to have a great show. Feeling good. Traded some ETH NFTs, bro. Bought some ETH NFTs today. What? It's a crazy day today, bro. Yeah, we're living life out here. We're living life out here in sunny Florida. It's changing me. It's changing me.
I saw you bought a little pudgy.
Got a little pudgy.
We can talk about that in a second.
Got some more stuff. Yeah, I did get some more stuff. I did.
What?
I did. I don't know if you want to save it or not.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy. Oh, we were about to go on an ETH NFT.
I'm trickling in, dude. Yeah, we're
Dude,
flipping, babe. We're
when
flipping
Iron Paul gang releases, I'll be out over there with you, Joe.
Yeah,
Let's go. I'll
that's
be
what's up.
ready. I'll warm it up for you guys. Don't worry.
I appreciate
I'm gonna
it.
take the licks. I'll take the licks.
Join with us today is our special guest, a wonderful friend of the show, Fast Eddie. How you doing, Eddie? Man, it's so nice to have you on, man. One of the nicest guys, wholesome guys in Web3. How's it living, bro?
Man, I'm fucking good. It was raining in LA, which is something that doesn't happen that often for the last week. I'm looking at mountains covered in snow and palm trees. It's back up to 65 degrees and sunny and beautiful. Happy to be here. Was trading some ETH NFTs this morning. I got up an hour early. Yeah, man, I'm fucking real happy to be here. This is cool. I wish Spaces was like this because like it's really, besides not being able to see Joe.
I know. One day we'll get
Wing
Joe.
Doc Joe.
Yeah, we're gonna make a special episode of it because he did say he wants to do it at some point, but I ain't gonna rush the man. I'm gonna let
I don't
him
want to
do
crack
his own thing.
anybody's web cameras, bro. I'm not trying to crack anybody's screens. Like, just keep me here.
Nah,
right,
don't
We'll
let
be
Joe
breaking
fool you,
all the
man.
Yeah, so okay, we got two people talking about trading ETH NFTs. First off, where was my memo? Second off, I want to know what you guys' bags looking like. So let's start with Joe real quick, then we'll work over to Eddie. Joe, I know we did talk about you getting a little pudgy. What else you looking at? What else you buying?
Bro, my ETH NFTs are Eddie's ETH NFTs, so just talk to him.
Okay, what do you got, Eddie?
Me and Joe, man, like when I wake up in the morning and I'm on the throne, like Joe's one of the first people that I hit up when I'm making my moves and checking things out. But yeah, I was involved with Ethereum and the DeFi before I got any of the Solana stuff. So like I've had crypto dick butts is like actually the only thing that I'm 100% certain about in Web3. Like if you guys want generational wealth, like I would absolutely participate in the crypto dick butts community. You get an Elon tweet every like 3 to 6 months and they go from like 2 ETH to 6 ETH. It's on repeat. And the prophecy is that they will get to 69 ETH. So I think the prophecy will be fulfilled there. They're just hilarious, guys. Like I went to NFT New York last year and the crypto dick butts event was at 100x better than the Bored Ape event. Like it was so cool and special, and the people there were so cool. So crypto dick butts are hilarious. They're fucking dick butts. It's absurd. So those first and foremost. Definitely bullish on what Luca Nets is building with Pudgy Penguin. So I got like 5 little pudgies. And what I'm doing today is hopefully going to flip me for a big pudgy. So
Let's go.
Momo Guru. Is that how you say it? Momo Guru?
Yeah, Momo Guru. Yeah.
Yeah.
Momo Guru.
Yeah, I saw Easy mentioning something about that recently.
They ripped. Boy, they ripped up almost 1 ETH. And I wasn't able to
Damn.
mint, but Eddie shouted me out. And I was able to grab some at like 0.6 and then flip them real quick. Dude, Blur makes it like, dude, I'm the first time I've ever traded ETH NFTs, bro. And Blur makes it very simple. Like, it's not hard to trade on Blur at all, bro. Like,
Blur, I got it open right now, and they're sitting at 0.86. The mint was 0.22. I didn't know anything about them. It's hard for me to keep up with ETH and Sol. I prefer to spend my time on Sol with all you guys. But my Solana friends told me to, Claynosaur specifically has me hunting new people and like getting the ETH communities involved with Claynosaurs. Because that project's like built for fucking ETH, to be totally honest. And it's still great and will live on Sol forever. But, we want to get some of those people over and check them out. So I did a Spaces. I host Spaces for Claynosaurs as well as a bunch of other things for them. And I did one with Momo Guru. Momo. I did one with Momo. We did a Momo Spaces last week. And I learned everything about them. And they have a similar background in like the production and animation world that the Claynosaurs have. So that's how those guys are connected. So I did a Spaces with them and they had this like PR lady on there and they had like their front office on there and like their animators and like they were super organized, but they fucking fully understood Web3. So I was like, that's enough for me. I didn't really need to see their shit. Just because it's like someone like, my opinion of art is, my opinion of art, right? So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. I invest in teams. So Big Brain taught me that, invest in teams of people, and this team had it together. So they did
Eddie.
Go.
The point that you hit on about like having that understanding of Web3, I think is the key thing because we see these Web2 projects come in all the time. I hate to call out Bubble Goose, but that's the primary one where yes, you can have a stacked team and very well known, but if you're not integrated within the Web3 space, you're not going to make it.
You got to take care of them
at least in the short term.
Yeah, even if it's just in the beginning, like get your core community. Like because they're definitely culty like us Web3 people, and I think it's really important to like gather them and take care of them first before you expand. But yeah, the Momu thing was cool, right? So they had a cool, impressive team, and they spoke the language, and like they understood like they know that they said they had a whitelist that was like, this is not oversubscribed. These people are guaranteed, and they all get 2 mints, and they know someone's going to flip one and keep one, better than like the whole other thing that could happen, right? And then they had like a wait list, and those people were like the public mint per se, right? People that did like a little bit of work in Discord and such. But I think there's 150,000 people in their Discord, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, that's
so, like,
insane.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the accurate number here, so because we're all recording and shit. I don't even know how to tell. I mean, 50,000. Sorry, 50,000 members. That's still super impressive.
That's
like,
still insane.
I haven't seen numbers like that since Squiggles, the project that never happened.
Chromie. Wait, I thought you were talking about Chromie squiggles for a little bit, like art blocks and stuff.
No, I don't know if y'all remember the project Squiggles. They had like 400,000 people in their Discord. Every celebrity on the planet was writing about it on Instagram. And then like there was like a 25-page deep report on like the founders of it that came out. There was like the type of people that like short stocks in New York, like this, like the report professionally done about every single person and all this shit. And it blew up an hour into their mint. So they got like $1 million, and then it's gone.
Never happened, dude. You hear about that all the time, dude. And the rugs are just so much more like of a higher magnitude than they are on Solana. You know what I mean? Like the money they get away with over there. I mean,
I was just about to say that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's Pixelmon is like one of the ones that I always think of. It's just you like that reveal of Kevin and like just the whole premise.
Kevin's
was like
legendary, dog.
I like Kevin. I fuck with Kevin.
Kevin's legendary, dog.
I buy Kevin right now.
I know. Well, that's a piece of history. So I think like there is a value to it. And I think, dude, the Crypto Dick Butts shout out is honestly like a lot of it is meme culture. And you're like, oh, well, that's just a meme or something. That's powerful, bro. You see that all the time. I mean, like NFT culture, Reddit.
That's why I told Joe to buy Pudgy Penguin, because of meme culture, right? Like we did another Spaces with Clanostars and Luca that I set up, and they were going through like what IP means to them. And like Luca's like spending a whole hour talking about Giphy, and like he's like, this is the alpha. He's like, Giphy is like non-competitive SEO. Like there's not everyone's jumping on this. And like people are sending our penguins like for I Heart You for Valentine's Day. They don't even know it's an NFT. Like the branding touch points is all that matters. And he shared really valuable information on that. So like that type of stuff is why I was like, yo, Deuce, grab one of them fucking things. You know what I mean? Because and he's like the youngest millionaire I've ever met. When I was 23 or 24 and I just moved to LA, that kid was doing the Supreme Patty chains, free shipping or free chain, but $14 shipping. And like he did like $5 to $10 million very publicly on the Supreme Patty chains, and raised all of those people up, like Mills and Patty and all those goofballs, that one cult of fun people on Instagram. Luca did that. He did a beast job, and everyone in LA wanted to get near him. And he started doing like these crazy e-com deals with like real players in LA. And he was just a young kid. So like I respected that fool way before an NFT was in existence. Like it didn't even happen. I was like, that dude's sick. And then I started looking on Twitter, and I posted the panel I did with Frank in Lisbon. Frank was like in the background because he wasn't there on the big screen. And I did this panel at Hacker House, and Luca was like, damn, Fast Eddie and Frank, what a setup. I'm like, Luca? I'm like, what's that? He's got a Pudgy Penguin. I clicked on it, and it says owner of Pudgy Penguin. I'm like, holy fuck. Like known this dude for 8 years, bro. So it's like, yes, I will give that dude money. Yes, I won't look at it. I will not complain. I won't ask questions. Like put that shit, like let it get dusty. Like put that shit on the vault. Like it's good to go. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh, and that's crazy. That was full circle like that, dude. Like you knew about him before the glow up, and now it's coming back around. And Eddie, you're just one of those people that I feel like you have countless stories like that, and we can go on forever. I definitely want to save some more because you do have, and I mean it when I say you are one of the most interesting men in Web3. But let's start out a little bit about what you're doing. So first off, walk us through a little bit about you, just a quick blurb, because we could literally spend 3 hours on your background and all the cool shit you do.
I can do that part quick. Like I grew up filming skateboarding and like just being a misfit, not fitting in with people my age, and I was really good at it. I was good at making the skate videos, and I didn't want to get hurt and like break my legs like all these other guys, but I wanted to be around these people because they were nice to me. So I got really good at making videos of them, and I would edit them with VCRs, bro, stacking 2 VCRs and like fading up the music and like recording the TV screen with the camera and putting it onto a VHS tape. and like we would make these skate montages, and like if you think about it, that's all these YouTube vloggers have been doing, right? So I was doing this in 2002, 2001, 2003, and eventually I got so good at it that like Bam Margera in Philly, he was like the biggest like celebrity, right, to us. So I got close to him from skating at FDR. I was really good at skating FDR, and I was really good at filming down there because I could ride with the motherfuckers and follow them with the camera, with my expensive camera, and not fall down. And so Bam like took me under his wing, and I taught him fucking the internet. And I traveled with him, worked on Jackass 3, and went around. I left Philadelphia for the first time, left the country for the first time, and flew to fucking Finland and Iceland and Spain and China and all of fucking Australia, like every single city in Australia, literally for a month. Everywhere. I'm Fiji, like, right. I traveled the world with my hero. So that was great.
That's awesome.
And I had a backpack on, and I was making videos. I had a photo camera, film camera, laptop, 2 lenses, fisheye lens, zoom lens, tripod, and I was fucking ready to go, right? So that was cool to him. We were uploading to YouTube like before, like right when YouTube turned on. So like, you know, I realized I wasn't going to make a huge living filming skateboarding. So I, you know, started to branch out. And at this point, I like dropped out of Drexel school in Philly. I was just like, fuck this. Everyone wants to hire me. Like, fuck it. And I started filming musicians and athletes around the world. And this jiu-jitsu fighter in Miami, and I'll wrap this up quick. This jiu-jitsu fighter in Miami hit me up to make a 5-minute video for him. Like, because everybody wanted YouTube videos. Everyone was sick of reading. Like, you're on the internet now. There's video, right? And I was good at it, like really fucking good at it from all that shit. So I went down there, made a video, got 100,000 views naturally, and YouTube like freaked out. So me and this jiu-jitsu guy made an online jiu-jitsu academy, and it did amazing. I flew out to Arizona for a weekend and learned how to do online marketing with a CRM, and built an email list on Facebook and sent emails out, and you know, had 3,000 members paying $40 a month, and I was 20 years old. So after a couple of years of that, I sold that company, great, right back to the fighter, and I moved to Los Angeles. And I got back to what I loved, picked up a nice red camera, big old drone, paid my rent for a year, and started filming music videos and shit, like big shit, right? And the first one I did got 300 million views. It's like a song everyone's heard. It's like crazy. And after that, like everyone hit me, everybody, like everyone hit me to make their videos. Like Iggy called me, fucking Eminem videos, like Hobson, these YouTube rappers, everybody could imagine I've worked on their shit with. And then YouTube turns on monetization, and Casey Neistat and Jesse Wellens and King Batch and Logan Paul don't know what the fuck they're doing and need to learn how to film and shit, right? So like, for lack of a better term, so I teach these guys how to use drones and use all the tech, and I just like, I'm always around them, and they want me filming their videos. They're paying me. Like I made some really viral videos, like when the Aladdin guys on the magic carpet, like surfing through San Francisco in the street and shit, like all these weird viral videos. Like we toilet papered Howie Mandel's house. That was like all over national news. Like I worked on all this cool stuff. Like, and so from that happening, now I'm in LA. I'm like 25, and I get a call from my boy who's at Lyft, the car service, and he's like, "Bro, like let's promote our car service. I'll give you promo codes and all your celebrity and Instagram, now YouTuber friends, because these guys were nobody before. Now they're huge. Like, Eddie, let's get them to promote Lyft." I'm like, "No, dude." What the fuck is that? Like what is that? A taxi service? Like, fuck out of here, dog. I gave this dude Ben a hard no, and then I gave it one shot, and this YouTube guy Vitaly, we tested it with, and we cranked out like, I don't want to say how much money we made, but we made a substantial amount of money in like 15 minutes, to the point where I canceled all of my productions and called every celebrity and made them Lyft codes and freaking pumped these Lyft codes out like crazy. And the result was 4 months later, Lyft had onboarded 2.2 million new customers from my program. And they thought that I was this big agency, but I was just fucking me. And I had like, you know, my hairdresser was my like assistant, like, and I was just like, you know, straight up, and she was great. She now is the biggest OnlyFans agency in the world. She's awesome. She learned a lot. But anyway, so like that changed my life. And then I did the same for Postmates and all that. And then right at that point in like 2016, 17, I got into Bitcoin mining and some other tokens. And that's when I'm like, yo, that money's even cooler than this. Like, fuck that. Like I don't feel like chasing down influencers and celebrities anymore. They're becoming bratty and shit. So like I bought these Bitcoin machines from my buddy, and fucking he had them in this warehouse in Oregon or whatever, and they were printing money, and like we started like doing that. And then, you know, I got into DeFi and worked at a DeFi launchpad, full-time crypto, launched tokens for a few years, bought some Bored Ape NFTs and crypto dick butts, sold all my apes and ApeCoin and put it all into Solana. And for the last year, I traveled the world with like Solana hacker houses and a couple Solana companies, and speaking at crypto conferences, and just like mass adoption, like figuring that all out, and, you know, all that. And as you said, I'm on the Claynosaurus team currently. I'm a partner at Dual Casino. That's crazy. The fucking crazy. Yeah, I advise with Metaplex, and we've been working on a project doing all that. So that's my life since I was 13. And about
Yo, Eddie, that's amazing, dog. Yo.
Well, I tell everybody, like when I say most interesting man in Web3, like I
You ain't
wasn't
never lied,
kidding.
dog.
Like,
Nah,
what a
dog.
come up, first off, like coming from Philly, meeting Bam, having that big break, and then just kind of working out from there. You know, your next break is Lyft and the Lyft codes, and like using that viral marketing of sorts, and alignment of incentives. I mean, it's just crazy to see all the evolutions you've seen in media and marketing. And
it all came together though, right? Like I studied like direct response internet marketing when I was 19 to figure out how to make this jiu-jitsu guy at school, right? So I instead of going out, I fucking went to Arizona and learned Infusionsoft and got certified. These people were like, "Who is this kid?" I was dressed like this. They're all in suits and shit, like selling like webinar products and selling like floaty rafts and all types of shit. I'm like, nah, I need an automated membership service where like if they answer this email, then they get that email. If they click this, then they get an upsell here, and let's automatic charge home and like all that. Like I learned how to do all that fucking internet marketing shit, and like that kind of all came back full circle into everything, you know?
Right. Those funnels, I mean, well, it's funnels are so much fun to make because you have to think about it from sales marketing as well as psychology. Like what is going to propel them to click this button and what action should be, you know, the next action, which will evoke exactly what we want to get. So, dude, I mean, we could talk about this for ages because I love this kind of stuff, and like behavioral economics is like my jam. But
the hours I spent on subject lines alone, copywriting those emails, is like I spent more time on that than anything. You know, it's like
that kind of experience too is probably like what's going to make you a key pivotal member of Dual Casino. Let's talk about Dual Casino first.
I'd love to. I'm so excited.
That's the first
Dual, bro. Like
good entryway into it. So I guess first things first, let's talk about Dual Casino. What is it? What are you guys aspiring to do with it?
So the guys, I joined late. It's been being built for the last year now, right? And the guys that started to build it are Dave and Connor. And these guys are the original founders of DAA, which I had no fucking idea. These guys found Mono, partnered up with Mono, and built DAA. Dave left the company early, and Connor's still there. And Dave started to work on Dual a year ago, right? So he kept seeing all these like little pop-up casinos where they get these like licenses from Curacao, and then they have these shitty slots, and like Soul Crash looks like a fucking DeFi chart. And he's like, the experience has to be better. And he was like a 7-figure gambler on Rollbit and still is. So like he really knows like what to improve. So he spent a year making these 4 games, and the 4 games that we launched Dual Casino with right around Christmas. Now I think 10 weeks ago, it's a Crash. Well, no, we just launched Crash. I'll go in order. Coin Flip, Dream Tower, and the Jackpot were launched first, and then we just put out Crash. And these games, like the freaking production value is insane. As Deuce, I was like, bro, don't play the games. I'm like, check out the site, grab the NFT. I'm like, you're gonna get fucking sucked in, dog. You can hear the coin flip, and like it rings like as soon as it lands, and like you can do 5 flips at a time. You can pick how much. You can go against, like it's called Dual because you can go against each other, or you can go against the house, which is the Dual bot. So like that's how the coin flip works, and it's fucking electric. It's super fun. You can sit there and watch it. These guys going bet, like staggering their bets and shit. I'm like, oh my god, you're crazy. Yeah, and then the other thing that got us a lot of attention is our jackpot. So like your PFP sits on the. I could probably share my screen.
Yeah, you can. There's
a little button. Shit. Can I show you guys some shit?
Yeah, man, show it to us.
Yeah,
bro, technology, boys.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and show us because go ahead, Joe.
Oh no problem. I wasn't even gonna say anything smart. I was just gonna say that Wawa Delco shirt, bro. Put me the phone, my guy. What? That drip is crazy. Sorry, we'll talk about that later. That's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't even notice it was the Wawa shirt, bro.
Bro. I got a Wawa tattoo, bro. I'll show you guys when I die. I swear to God, bro. I got it when I was 17.
Really?
Bro, I'm from the first city that Wawa originated in, bro. The family lives in my city, bro. Back home. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I did the Future Business Leaders of America, and I did my internship with Wawa, and their marketing guy is the reason I got into college and shit. It's crazy. And like,
well, that's
we used to hang out in the parking lot. I used to get arrested down there. Anyway, let's see if I can share my screen.
On bigger and better thing.
Yeah, bigger and better. All right, here we go. So I'll just run you guys through it real quick. Can you guys see it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
all
can see.
now.
So like it's super easy to freaking deposit. You can just throw some Sol in USDC. We partner with Bonk and Boku because those people rock. You can withdraw the same way. You can deposit your NFTs. Look how cracky this is. Look. And it gives you the floor price in USDC of the AMM. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, dude. I didn't
That's good.
crazy.
That's hella DJing though, dog.
It's so crazy. And then you can withdraw your NFTs. Here's some NFTs I won yesterday in some pots. And then I have coupons going on. We'll give a RareFUD coupon if you guys want it to take care of fucking listening. If people are actually in here and want some free fucking chips, we got you, players. So anyway, depositing is easy. Cool, right? Rock and roll. Coin flip. Like I said, ready? You can do 5 games. We're going to go green. We're going to go 5. We're going to do fucking $40. We're going to go against the bot. Let's see. But you get it, right? Like, it's so sick. You can just rip through these, dude.
This is crack cocaine, dude.
Yeah, I got 3 out of
Eddie,
5.
why'd you show me this, dog?
We're good, boys. We're good.
Funny.
I got to stream this shit. Anyway, and now this is sick. Ready? Jackpot. So this is where your PFP pops up. Let me bet an NFT in here. Let's throw a dumbass donkey in there for ice. Nice, stupid ass. $3. $3. $3. Fuck. So while the jackpot's loading, I'll just show you the Dream Tower real fast. This is super crack. You just gotta work your way up. You can cash out anytime. Anyway,
It's like
that, right?
it's like Minesweeper, but with a tower, and you make money.
It just attacks your soul, dog. Like, all right. So here comes the jackpot. So look, I got $4 bet in. I got a 41% chance. This dude's trying to snipe me, a smart ass. He's got a 1 chip, and this dude's got 50%. He's probably gonna win. We'll see. I'm lucky though. Look at the PFP spinning. Got my Ute. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, go past him. Go past him. Go past him.
On the string. Get him.
Yo, I'm telling them. Yo, live on the stream.
Dude,
live.
First off, this is amazing. Second off, this is what I'm talking about though, is like it's social gambling. And I think this is like, so one, I think what sets Dualbots apart is the fact that you guys have a really good model. Second off, is that you're really good at social gambling and what you got going on there. And you have good haptic feedback. So people keep wanting to degen in, they're degenning with their friends. And I think this is you're not just another casino play. And I think this is why I keep trying to tell people is like Dualbots is different. Like you seeing them go up, dude, they went up to like 200 at one point.
Yeah, I mean, bro, the community rewards programs like psycho. I want to give this link in there. Hold on. This is how I do it, right? All right. Copy link.
Dude,
right?
Cash out.
Oh shit! What?
Come on!
Oh shit! Come on!
Let it run, Eddie.
No! 10x! No! Wait! We got this. 10x, baby. 10x. Yes, let's go.
10x. Are you still riding? No,
I got it. I'm good.
No, he was out. He cashed it in. Yeah, this shit's lit, bro. It's so much fun, bro. This is so much fun. Yo, I ran up. I had 60 free chips that Eddie gave me. I ran that shit up to like 6. Oh, he's out. He's gone.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, he just exited
Too much excitement.
The entire window. Yo, this is so funny. No, okay. While he's gone, this is exactly what I'm talking about with Dualbots. Is like they're really good at the next iteration of what I think gambling is and gaming and Web3, right? Is all about social experience. And this is what I keep harping about with Heist is exactly what we're trying to go for. Like, I want it to be a viral sensation on socials. Like, I want it to be able to, that we can stream like this and we can all be cheering on or like figuring out like some absolute degen stuff as well as just playing the game and like having some sort of social value with it.
Yeah, dude, one thing that I love about it that I think sets it apart significantly from other projects is just the fact that you can use your NFTs, dog. Like, yo, that's like the most degen thing ever, man. And I love it.
Welcome back, Eddie. Did you exit out of your screen or something like that? Yeah, he's we lost audio. Okay, we're good.
I had it on. I couldn't find where the sound was coming from. It was coming from Twitter. Everyone in the Dualbots website's asking me for the link. I don't know how to give it to them. Where's the link at? Like that the public gets.
Oh, yeah. 1 minute. Let me.
Is that in Telegram? Is that the YouTube one? Sorry.
Yeah. It's the YouTube link. So if you want to share that, don't share the
I was
restream link.
tripping out. I had like 6 audios going on.
Dude, you just hit like one. You got the coin
See
flip.
that? I
3 out of 5.
the 10x.
Yeah, dude, you hit the 3 out of 5 coin flip. Then you won a jackpot. Then you also won a 10x crash, dude. Like, what is going on?
I'm pretty sure I just won like at least. I think I just won like $100-$200 or some shit. That's crazy,
dude. It's wild. So first off, congrats on the wins, dude. But I was just saying, like, this is what I think is going to be the next like iteration of Web3 gaming. Is a social experience, because it's not just gambling. The gambling's awesome. It's very, like I said, you have to get that right amount of it's all about audio visual, right? Like it has to feel like oh man, this is the best thing ever.
You can
right?
go in and like watch, like you can go back and replay the ones that you won and go put it on Twitter. Look,
and that's exactly right. So
with the audio, it's sick. And like, so yeah, let me just finish ripping through this. So there's daily wager races. Everyone competes. Whoever gambles the most gets a bunch of chips. And the community rewards, aka the staking, is really what kicked us off in the beginning. This is V1, and V2 is coming out in the next 2 months, 3 months, something like that. And we're really excited for it, and it's fucking going,
dude. This is
Eddie, I'm about to buy a dual bot, dog.
Like, they're on fucking sale, bro. I won one last night. I put 41.
I saw that post, dude. You won one in a jackpot. That's amazing.
That guy was so upset. I felt so bad. I was tipping him hundreds of dollars after. I was like, bro, I felt so bad. Because I was just in there. I saw the bottom, like, push as many buttons as I can. There was like a second left. And I wasn't even looking. And I looked over. I'm like, no. Stop it. Stop it. And I started jumping up and down. I woke up my girlfriend. It was like 1 a.m. I was like, Maddie, I just won like, I exaggerate. I won like $3,000. It was like $2,000. I was like, I just won $3,000, Maddie. I'm like, we're eating dinner tonight. all right. But I'm sleeping. I'm like, yeah, but I won. She's like, take it out, Eddie. I'm like, okay.
Hey, it's nice to have an angel or a rational person on your shoulder to like tell you, okay, don't just gamble it all away, because my wife does the same thing, and I'm thankful for that, because me
same here,
at my core just wants to be like, oh, if I won that much, how much happens if I risk this much? And so I'm glad that we have rational counterparts to help us balance that out. But dude, what a hit, dude. That is so exhilarating.
I mean, bro, there's 49 dual bots listed. We announced our partnership with OtterSec, who, if you know who they are, they audit code for the biggest L1s in the world and all the biggest Web3 protocols. So like our games are completely audited by the biggest software engineers in the world for fairness and to be as least hackable as possible, right? No one can make it perfect, but we're pretty damn close. So the security side is awesome. The license is going through Curacao. It's in the process. It takes a minute because we invent our own games. What they want you to do is come get their games and use their auditors and do all of that. So we're just going through that process. Great track on that. And the company's going to flourish and I'm going to go nuts. Like I've done campaigns for, what was that company called? Not FanDuel, but DraftKings and sites like that. And I was really successful with it. So I'm going to pull out my Web2 stops and my celebrity friends and all of that cool stuff,
That's incredible. So I have a couple follow-up questions for you. Follow-up questions. So one, let's talk about the dual casino in general. How much volume have you guys done? Do you have any key metrics for us? Because I know it's been like millions of dollars through dual casino. What are we talking?
To date, right now in our nine or so weeks, we've $35.7 million wagered on the site.
I mean, that's incredible. And so, okay.
I just bought one, Eddie. I just bought one, bro. I bought one.
Bro. People are fucking scared because people win them in jackpots and then they take the offers. But they're free, bro. I mean, like I haven't even started yet. Like we turned on coupons 3 days ago. That's like the most basic beginning marketing for casino, and we are treating it like that. Like we care about our players. We take care of our players. We care about the communities. I was dropping coupon codes in the dojo and the Alien DAO for SMB. I'm going to hook RareFUD up with some. But yeah, it's again, it's going to work and it's fun, bro. Like these guys that sit on the site, they're not like, some of them are sitting there with like $1 and they're just playing and talking and like throwing the chips and trying to snipe our asses. Like these people aren't all super rich gamblers, but then there's guys who are playing $1 million each. And like that's cool too, and like they all hang out and they're all in the chat and they're all our boys, and it's fucking.
I've seen them, dude. So like one that comes to mind is Sugar. Sugar, I see like I used to see him all the time in Dual Casino. Him and like Tomas or whatever his name was were like always battling it out. How did that transpire? Like, what did you guys do to get Sugar? And like, he's a really good ambassador for Dual.
He's international, so he's in the country that he lives in. He's allowed to promote the hell out of it, and he does just that, man. He came up on a Twitter Spaces, bro, on a recorded Twitter Spaces that was a fairly professional one. You remember this, Joe, on Hello Moon, and he was like, "Everybody should gamble. You can gamble every day, and if you lose, you should gamble more because winners never quit. You just gamble more, and then you gamble more, and you have a good fucking day, bro." I was like, "Oh my god." And Walker was like, that is possibly the worst advice I have ever heard ever. Do not take that. That is not financial advice. Thank you, Sugar.
Well, that Sugar's exact, but that like he fits exactly what you want as an ambassador because that's just his personality, dude. He's boisterous, he's loud, it's funny, dude. Sugar's hilarious to me. And yeah, he just gets it. So I love to see it, dude. Duel's doing it all right. That is incredible that you guys in 9 weeks have done what 32 mil in volume.
About 35.7, sir.
Dude, that's insane. And it's just going to keep going up. And I think what you guys are doing with this is you guys have a really good system in place with coupons and stuff. I think it'll continue to get more bolstered. I think the elephant in the room, the only thing I always talk about with casino plays is Rollbit, right? Rollbit is the grand master right now. Their platform is insane. I know you appreciate them, and I think that's what sets people apart too. Is like sometimes they're like, "Oh, well, Rollbit's stupid and stuff." You're like, "No, how can we learn from that?"
A business that big and successful stupid. I want to hang out with those motherfuckers. I want to take them to dinner, dog. I want to find out like who cooks their pasta, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Those guys are fucking fantastic as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Like, I want that. Come buy us, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited for the success of Rollbit because that shows what kind of success we can have. And as I said, our founder's a 7-figure player on there, and he knows what the fuck is up, and he spends his time like he's been tweaking our Plinko for the last like 4 weeks, right? And we could have put it out, but no, one, it has to be awesome. He's like, but wait, what if when it goes this way, the ball just goes that way or does this? I'm like, you're fucking nuts, bro. I'm like, go for it, like fucking rock and roll, dog. And then OtterSec's gonna audit it, and then we're gonna put out a fair game. Right. Fun. So like by us doing that, and right now we actually this, I don't know if we've even talked about this. I guess I can. We're doing a raise right now too because our growth was so accelerated that we weren't even ready for it. Like we thought we'd have 6 months to build our games as we slowly approach 10 million or whatever, but it happened in 2 weeks. Million wagers, I think it happened in 2 weeks. So yeah, fast growth is great. It's also something to deal with and something that has to be managed accordingly. It doesn't mean success forever. Everyone's best sale month is their first month. If you open a car dealership, if you open a restaurant, you know what I mean? A movie night, opening night's the best. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we're fucking gods, but I'm not even at the same time, I'm not putting us in the same wheelhouse or even the other casinos that are on Solana. Like to be honest, they just don't exist to me. It's just a different world. Like I've seen a couple tweets where like Rollbit's greater than Duel. And I'm like, fuck yeah, compare us to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. That's good.
You want to be in that conversation, right? That's
exactly put me in there. Put me in there. Like compare us to them, right? Like the way that our team communicates is so beautiful and special too. Like we have a design team. Like if I need something from the marketing side, like our homie Kyle is like insane, and he'll come craft up the dopest video ever. I'm like, yo, we gotta promote Crash. Like our Crash is so much cooler than the other Crashes. So he's whipping up shit, and like we got people making TikToks, and they all deliver, and we all have our scheduled calls. We all communicate well. There's always someone online, and our founder Dave cares so much about our players. Like he holds their hands through whatever, gives them special situations and such, and just like a real casino would, right? If you pull up to Caesars and you're fucking pulling up in a Rolls Royce with a bunch of titties on your arm and gold's fucking shit, and you're ready to play, these guys are gonna give you a penthouse, and they're gonna walk you through, and they're gonna give you a loss back on some of the money that's being like, things like that happen. So it's like we're a casino. We're not some fly-by-night game like these little NFT projects that are like, the balloon's gonna pop. The balloon is gonna pop. Sorry, I got
you're good. I mean, you're saying all the right things, dude. And honestly, I think that the scope of your ambition is more than just like another gambling NFT project. It is, we have a grander scale to it, and here's how we're going to accomplish it. And I think the growth that you guys have achieved is nothing short of extraordinary. I think you guys do have the potential to start challenging big names like Rollbit, right? Like, and you're on that pedestal with them. It's not like you're, in like a minor league or anything. You're on that pedestal with them and you're gunning for that top spot. So I appreciate it, dude. I mean, dual bots to the moon. I'm here for it.
Dude,
not financial advice guy.
These guys are my friends now. I hang out in that chat and like we just kick it and spin the jackpot, take each other's fucking NFTs, laugh about it. Like there's one dude named McChicken. He has a picture of a McChicken sandwich and he just snipes everybody. Like the whole thing is just like it's fun. It's social. Just like you said, it's social. So I really appreciate you saying that. And yeah, the NFT is called Dual Bots and the website's dual.win. And we'll hook up some of the listeners with some coupons. However you guys want to do that, I'll just create it. So awesome.
Yeah, we can post it after the show too. Let's talk. So one, extraordinary. I love it. I think dual bots is definitely a play. And I always have to, preface that with not financial advice. We're just a bunch of bozos trading JPEGs on the internet. We are not financial advisors, but let's move on to the next project because I'm always excited to talk about it. Let's talk about Claynosaurs, dude. Let's talk Claynos, man.
Can't stop talking about Claynosaurs, man.
Yeah, we've been hyping them up for months now. They're just so good. So let's talk about your involvement with Claynos and what you guys got planned. I know Joe's right there with Joe. I was looking at, it's funny because I think JS bought literally you, myself, and JS all bought croissants and like a 5.
We didn't even talk to each other.
We didn't coordinate.
Did you guys do it today?
Yeah, we just bought it.
Me too. 37.
Yeah.
I did it this morning.
I did it at 38. I was like 38, 37.99, I think.
I did the same thing. Well, JS put in tweet.
Did you see my tweet? Oh my God, go on my Twitter. Watch it. It says, guys, here, I'm literally going to read it to you. Ready? It says, hold on. Damn, the Clayno guys are hitting me up as we're talking. That's awesome. All right, so
I got to go shopping after we get off stream.
I said, let me get this straight. 10,000 Claynosaurs, 33 SOL each, 444 croissants, 37 SOL each. And I was like, so there's this concept called supply and demand. So never mind. Just watch this spread as it reciprocates and thank me after.
Well, it's just like Sardinias, right? And so Sardinia was the play. Like if you guys got into Sardinias early, they turn into pterodactyls. I also saw Cab said that the rendering for pterodactyls is coming along. All the previews look good and they look sick, dude. Pterodactyls look awesome.
I sent some scores.
Dude, but they look so good. And I'm like, well, okay, if he did that with Sardinias and they just understand like the Web3 mindset of clay makers, clay, there's the golden clay makers, there's the golden clay. What do you think they're going to do with croissants? Why is this the same price? That was kind of my thesis. And unfortunately, that was Door's pick. So he's probably going to win this week because we're all helping him out again, Joe. It was his pick for the NFT showdown. We'll find out on Tuesday if he won. Spoiler, he's probably going to win. But, I was kind of like, why are these still 30s? Like these should be, if it's anything like
bro. I'm like, bro, come on. Like it's diving fucking math, right? And the sardine house are what? They're probably only 200. So and they want to really do some math. There's what 222 sardine house. So then there's 444 of these. So let's just cut the price in half of the sardine house to get your value.
I mean
exactly.
Right? I mean it's not rocket science here. So that's why that was my thesis when I bought.
Greedy motherfuckers are like, I'm gonna sell this shit because I went to the deal because I fucking got it. I'm like, you're gonna watch them go up to 150, and then you're gonna watch because they have high LTV loans on Sharky too. So technically, if you got 50 SOL, you can grab 5 of them bitches right now. Chances are you're gonna pull profit on the loans and keep flipping them.
Man, actually, that's really good.
Eddie, you said that perfectly, man. It's just like people have no patience in this space, like zero. Get an airdrop, sell it for 2 SOL. Get a croissant, sell it for 15 SOL. While you really miss out on substantial gains just because you couldn't sit on your hands.
I held it through those fucking dips, and I got myself a Mercedes, a real one, and then pop, like
dude,
that bitch is sick too, boy. Murdered out.
Oh man, dude, you love a good boncha. We're bonk enjoyers. That run up was legendary too. That was so much fun. But
oh god, I got so many grays. I had none before. Now I got gray hair in my head.
Dog, I didn't sleep that entire week. I was waking up at 4 a.m. watching charts because US love to dump in the morning. So I'm sitting there like, is this going to be the dump that ends it? And it's like, nah, we're still running, baby. Let's go.
Fuck, bro. I have to get up. I have to check the clocks at 11 p.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. Pacific, and then 5 a.m. Pacific. And then there's a big spike at 7 a.m. Pacific when those rich motherfuckers wake up.
Dude, I feel bad for you for being in Pacific time first off because that is brutal.
For trading.
Yeah, we got off track there. Let's talk about Klanos. Let's talk about your let's talk about your involvement with
I'll tell you
Klanos.
how
How
that's
did you get
going. And I'm
involved?
looking at the clock too, so I definitely got you. Klanosaurs, I DM'd them in May of last year. So they put their first tweet out. It might have even been March. Whenever they put their first tweet out, I DM'd them within like a day. And I was like, holy shit, blah, blah, blah. So we just started kind of talking, and I got thrown into by forceful demand into their launch chat, their Klanosaurus war room, we call it. And that was some really great people. A lot of people you saw supporting the Twitter spaces early, supporting just all of it, just blasting tweets out there. It's just a lot of people that wanted to see it succeed and really believed in these guys. It was a true rally group. None of us were paid. Some of us got some whitelist spots, which is fair and reasonable, pre-sale, which was vested. But yeah, I met them early, and I really believed in them because, like I said before, my ETH experience, I've seen some animation studios try some shit, but no one really got the Web3 side of it. So these guys really did a freaking good job of like proving that they can speak the language. They're not here to take our money because like they were working on Spider-Man when they were doing this. Like they had to do, but they had enough space for this. So and Nick and Phil, I think it was Nick specifically, Cabanimation, he minted SMBs like OG.
Right.
Like he's been here like that long. So I'm like, these guys are great. And the dinosaurs are so fucking cute. Like I love animals. Like I got my dog somewhere over here. My company's called Media Giraffes, like my first company. I love animals. If I can see animals, I go to them. Like my walks around the lake in the morning, I love it. So like these animals are so cute, and they spoke to me, and I'm like, fucking yes, dude. And then in our war room chat, they started to send in like the rough cuts of the trailer before it was out. And I'm like, bro, you got the dino screaming, bro. This thing's got a roar. And I'm like, yeah, they should. So he's like, send me some roars. So I'm sitting there, like making all these funny screams, sending them. And then if you go to their pinned tweet on their page, I did the screams. They used my screams on the trailer. I'm going to use them in the next cinematic short that'll be coming. I don't want to spill too much because I didn't even talk to them about what I'm allowed to talk about. But after supporting them through the launch and connecting them with people like K Money and again some of the East people, we just continued to chat. And like, if any of you guys are in any form of a group chat with me, you know I'm just active. Like, fuck. Like, if I have notifications on for nothing but Telegram. So, like, I'm in there and I'm working. Someone needs something, I got them. Like, period. So, as Klanosaur's success actually kind of spread and they realized that they're ready to expand, they hit me up. They're like, want to hire a few people, like, officially. I'm like, I'm in there. They're like, we probably, I just came off of a CMO position that was paid like one, like with a ridiculous salary and a whole ridiculous world. And I didn't expect that from them, which we made a cool agreement. Like I'm getting paid like it's a part-time job. I'm working on it like it's partially full. And I spend most of my time on Dual and a lot of my time on Klanos, and I love them both. So it's not even about the money for me, but I did get hired. I was brought on a team, and I'm on like the marketing and like chief of fun side, and it's going great. So like speaking of that, like for NFT LA is something that like sucked for the last 2 years. It was horrible. Not horrible. It was horrible. Like, don't go there. Like, it was like London, like last year. Like, remember how embarrassing that was?
Yeah.
So it was like that. But now I'm like, dude, let's fucking do this and do it right. Like, I can't get a hold of the people at the conference. They're not getting back to my email, so fuck them. Or I love you if I missed your email today or something. But until then, fuck them. And we decided to put some shit together. And like Klanosaurs have been doing these cool things with these NFC chips and like giving out really cool stuff at these different events. And they're like, hey, we're gonna do Paris, we're gonna do LA and New York. I'm like, LA is my kingdom, Papa Bear. Like, let's go. So, I started walking around my neighborhood and talking to my friends who own the buildings around here and got, an amazing venue, 90% locked in for NFT LA. And it's going to be special. And we're not looking for a rager. It'll be an evening event, and it'll be classy and it'll be fun. And we'll have drinks and food, and we'll be able to network. And there'll be some special features and very special things. If you're an attendee of the event, there'll be some very special things. If you're an attendee of the event, it's going to be special. So like people like that are coming in, and then like my job as a facilitator of fucking Los Angeles in my brain, I'm like, all right, let's hit up D-Gods and make sure their shit's not the same night. Let's hit up Liberty Square, make sure they're doing something and their shit's not the same night. So I took care of all of the communities, setting up at their respective events, and made it so they can all coexist and not lap over each other. Made a cool group chat on Telegram, and I'm connected all the dots. So the Klanosaurs event's going to be sick. I'm working on that. And dude, just working with those guys is really special. Like we'll spend hours just tweaking a tweet's copy. Like I mentioned that I did with my emails in my earlier successful businesses. Like we'll sit there and go back and forth, and me and Phil, like we'll get into conversations about like one thing, but like we fucking mean what we're saying. We're like, take away the period, bro. Take away the comma. Don't capitalize that GM. Don't you capitalize that. Eddie, I want to capitalize. I'm like, don't capitalize it. So anyway, it's a great guys to work with. We have a similar vision, and I'm really excited to spend time in LA with everybody. And like the shit we're setting up at Liberty Square, I'm not allowed to talk about. If it happens, it'll happen. It'll be sick. But yeah, it's really fun. Daily drivers. It's like check in with DualBots, check in with Clanos, put out any fires if there are fires, put out any loud announcements if there's any loud announcements, make noises around tweets. I'm constantly hosting spaces and lining up shows for the guys and getting the word out there. And Clanosaurs, like I said, we're focusing on really capturing the Ethereum community because they got bags, they don't bitch, and they like animation. And they like from Hollywood, period. Yep. And not saying that Solana doesn't, but Solana, bro, like one of the fucking guys had the balls to ask for like a daily update or an hourly update. Hourly, I believe it was.
Every single time, dude.
Yep, dog.
I was like, stop it, girl. I was like, stop it. I was like, no.
And I don't understand when it's a byproduct of Eddie, because I'm sitting there like, well, one, they could have launched on Ethereum. I say this with a bunch of top projects. We could have launched on Ethereum and we would have had way less overhead. We could have raised way more capital, but we decided to launch over here. One, because Solana's family, and two, because we believe in the future that we are going to put out. It's just going to take time. And a lot of people are like, well, time. Do you mean daily updates, right? You're like, well, how did you arrive at that? Like Ethereum communities communicate on like a monthly basis, right? It's like you may get one update per month and you're happy with it. And Solana is like, if you don't have an announcement out right now, if you don't have a tweet out every 3 days minimum,
I think it's a byproduct of people wanting to pump their bags, dude. That's it. It's like those people asking for constant updates like that, they don't care about the longevity.
You know what? It's not younger. You're right. These are some grown ass men that fucking bitch and ask for daily and minutely updates. And I see it internally, not a Clanosaurus by all means, but like I'm just saying in general. Like I see these guys that come in and I'm like, who the fuck? Like what's happening with marketing? It's like, yo, motherfucker, I got hired like a week ago. Cause like, do you understand the seeds that I must plant, young Jedi? Padawan, take a Buddha class. Like, chill out, homie.
Yeah, I mean, but it's true. And like a lot of people want their bags pumped, like Dor said. I mean, it's definitely like they want their bags pumped and they want them pumped now. First off, Solana is $22. Like, chill. We are not even at like these guys over at ETH have $16,000 or $1,600 ETH. Like they're fine with any fluctuations. So like I believe in the long-term vision of it. They have much more.
ETH ain't going nowhere, bro. My minting experience today was not slow. It was not expensive, and I got my shit one click, one try, 2 NFTs. Great. Now, on the other hand, they don't have a fucking Sharkify. They don't have fucking they don't have the shit we got, dog. Like at all.
The experience will be better over in Solana. It's just I always say it's a community problem right now that we're having in Solana, and it could not be more epitomized. And we'll go into it kind of to wrap up the show. But with the SMB issue in Hades DAO and that whole takeover and the process there and governance, but it's the community at large has like an issue, and we're like, dude, what happened to the fun times, right? What happened to the fun that Solana
don't be a dick, mind your own business, like all the shit that my mom would hit me with a wooden spoon if I did some of the shit these grown men are saying.
Bring back capital punishment in schools.
I got paddling in school, so I know all about that capital punishment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you can't even think about that stuff in school now. Like, those teachers are like, bless their heart, they get paid so little and they have to deal with so much. Dude, I'm from the South, bro. We say bless your heart.
Bison's our southern gem, bro. He's a southern gem, and I'm down here trying to
bless your heart. That's the equivalent of go fuck yourself.
Everybody says that, but sometimes I actually mean like, God bless your heart.
It's
like
how you say it. It's how you say it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, bless your heart. If you say it condescending, right, that means like go fuck yourself. But if I say like, man, bless their heart, like I mean it, bro. Like those teachers put up with some shit, but nonetheless. I'm digressing. It is a community problem, and I think that Solana just really needs to like have some introspection or like come to God moment where we're like, okay, what's the problem here in Solana? We have some of the coolest shit coming out between NFT-Fi. We have some of the best brands coming out with Clanos and everything like that. We have some of the
Armani, best. Fucking Armani, bro. Like he's the Roberts in Solana. That guy's amazing.
Yeah, dude, we have the infrastructure to do cool stuff like we're planning to do with Heist, what you're doing with Dual Casino. I mean, like we have everything, all the elements are there. The only problem right now is that people are asking when too much. They're not helping further the brand by like saying, "Oh, they're doing really cool shit. Just hang on, have some patience, right?" And like they're gonna come out with some stuff. It's like they expect, like for instance, to come out with a AAA game in like 2 months or so, right? Like, oh, as soon as you mint, where's the AAA game? Bro, it takes on average 2 to 3 years minimum to develop that game. Like, you expected that now? What? That's goofy. Of
course, it's a byproduct of that rush that these same people create, and then shortcuts get had, and then it's just like, dude, like, it's like everyone's got to chill, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because we have too much of a trader mindset versus an investor mindset sometimes.
Well,
and like,
it's handling it real well because like they won't fucking take it. They will not put something out until it's ready. They do not give up. Like, it's not that they don't give a fuck. They give too much fucks. But like, and look, right? In 3 short months, there's been a Claymaker airdrop, an in-person Sardine, an in-person Croissant, and the Clay airdrop. That's 4 collections in 3 months. You think that on Ethereum, you're good on one of them?
Yeah.
Just one of those things is enough because the quality, like, bro, if you look at the Claymakers, the lighting, and shit, these guys know what
it looks
doing.
good.
It does. It looks so good. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've been saying it for a while. We talked, just like you said, Nick has been around since day one. His background is absurd as far as animation experience and everything. The team he brought over into Web3, we should be supporting that like through and through. Why are you asking when? It will come. You just got to have patience. And a lot of people have trouble sitting on their hands. So, you know, I do have hope that we'll grow at some point, and I do think we are to an extent. Like, we're not completely minting out.
A little bit. People are starting to publicly make fun of these shitty mints and projects like Sharky, Elixir, and the NFT Fi things that actually have a purpose are staying alive, which I love to see. All the stuff that me and Deuce have in our bags, but like it's working, right? Like we're starting to learn, and like you just see it over and over again. I saw a tweet I think it was Joe's tweet. I looked at. I was like, look at these mints. I'm like, oh my god, I saw it before better this morning. I was like, fuck, dude. I'm like, I looked at, dude, what the fuck happened to Trippin' Apes? Didn't they get 2 million?
Yeah, they got an absurd amount, and they're at like
red flag, bro. These guys said that the festival experience. I texted the guys from Insomniac. They never heard of them. These guys own Rolling Loud and everything. It's like, I think by festival experience they meant like they went to concerts a lot. Because like, bro, I spent like fucking probably $5K. I don't know how much was Soul when Trippin' Apes minted.
It was like close to $100. I think it
it was close to 100.
It was like 80 or something
like that.
The
top was like 80. The whitelist tokens were selling pretty high, man.
Dude, it was insane.
Where the fuck are those guys?
Yeah. And it's not always going to be like that. I do think we are maturing to an extent. Like you said, a lot of these projects that aren't doing anything are like not minting out. And that's good. That's at least a W. We can start checking that off in the win column, right? We're getting a little bit smarter.
Get them out. Liberty Square's looking good. Sharky's looking good. Klano's looking good. Freaking D-God's looking fucking epic. Utes are going to make it because those guys, Polygon boys, are going to pump that shit. Like, all the top 10, top 15, like, are looking good. I'm not looking for much new. Like I said, Momo, Iron Paul Gang, a few things. That's pretty much it, you know?
There you go.
Hey, I'm looking forward to Iron Paul Gang too, dog. They've been holding those bags for months.
Yeah. I love pixel art, you know?
I'll talk to you offline about Heist, Eddie. We can talk a little bit about Heist and what we're doing over there. But let's wrap this up because we are getting close to our hour mark. First off, thank you guys so much for watching and coming through. We do appreciate it. Eddie, you are a legend. Let's talk a little bit about this SMB thing and what your stance is on it. So being somebody who understands marketing, what's going on here, what's your take on all of this? Because it's kind of turning into a shit show. Do you think it's good for Solana? Are we just hashing out a problem that needs to be hashed out, or is this just I
think all of this shit is supposed to happen behind the curtains, right? And I think that it all comes down to the dev's decision to even consider the other deal when Nam's been working on it for a year, right? Like, Nam just spent a year of his own money, everyone's time, everyone's energy, everyone's effort, making sure that these monkeys and Monkey DAO were taken care of while he was patiently raising the money to go and buy this thing. And he woke up to like tweets and texts and shit. That's how he found out. So I think the devs, if you hear this, you're scumbags, and I hope you choke. But like, for the most part, you know, like, and for HGE to even go buy it like that, sure. Like, at this point, the only resolution I see is HGE giving it to Monkey DAO, taking the tax loss, fucking moving on. And like, I don't know how that vote's going. Have you guys seen the Realms vote?
Recently I just saw an update from Lollipops earlier today that they were actually winning to get it back from Hades. So, which is substantial because Lollipop holds way too much Hades,
Yes.
like an
That
absurd
leads me
amount.
to wonder if he was just doing this for taxes. Like, I don't fucking know these guys, bro. I don't know these guys. He's some dude in fucking Asia. It's such a big place. Like, I don't know. I'm on Nam's side. I have an SMB. I'm not selling it. I'm going to do what Nam does, period. Like if he goes and mints something, I'm minting it. If he goes and does a burn to replace, I'm burning it. If he tells me to sell it, I'm selling it. I think that company should be in his hands, period. I don't think there's even a discussion to be had about it, honestly.
I agree. I mean, Nam's
Lollipop guy. This Lollipop guy's great at marketing, but he's a fucking bully. Like he's great at whatever he does. He's got our attention. We're talking about him. Like seriously, good. Like I hope he stays here. Great. I just think he's a bully though. So
like I definitely agree. Like there's some things that I say, and I'm like, okay, he's definitely airing out laundry that needs to be aired out, and then there's too many times that he's doing it for his own bags, or he's doing it just because he is a bully, and that's what he gets off on, and I think there's a fine line that he tiptoes too often, it's just way too often. So
I mean, like, bro, how corny is that to purchase Ice Knife's NFT and burn it for a tweet? Like, that is the corniest thing in the whole world. He's made out well. He's like, fuck, I'm eating out for the next 3 months, period.
Yep.
New York.
I'm happy for Ice, dude. I mean, he got the bag.
Like, you can eat in a nice city with that much money for 3 months straight.
Right. Exactly. So good for him. I would agree though. I'm right there with you, Eddie. It's one of those things that, I'm kind of glad it's aired out in public because I think we'll come to a resolution quicker, but also at the same time, it's just a bad look for an already downtrodden Solana ecosystem that I wish was happening when there wasn't so much other shit happening. You know what I mean?
Behind the curtains, bro. This is business. Like what Joe Schmo from fucking Minnesota has to say about this deal has nothing to fucking do with it. And I think it should be happening behind closed doors. I think Lollipop and HGE and Nam should get on the phone and figure it the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And a lot of these loud voices are coming from people who don't hold either, and like they don't hold the ABC and they don't hold Hades, they don't hold SMB. Like, I'm like, why are you guys giving your input?
About SMB? I'm just trying to understand. Like, he obviously spent $3 to $5 million on this IP. Like, is he really gonna just give it away? Like, fuck yeah. Oh, great. Like I don't care why you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, Eddie, we could talk seriously for like 3 more hours.
I'll come back on, bro.
Dude,
it's been great having you on, dog.
Yeah, we will
definitely. I didn't
definitely
even get to talk about my project, so we'll talk about that one next time. I forgot.
Yes,
or you can talk to us all streaming about it.
yeah, we can. Seriously, we will get you back on. Hey, the nice thing is too, we extend the offer to a lot of projects as like a 3-month update to see what you guys have been working on. You're Eddie, right? You working on a bunch of different stuff. We could talk about the market anytime with you. So
yeah, I'll jump in anytime.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it. This hour flew by. You're a legend, dude. I love it.
That was easy, right? That was fun. This is the longest I've sat still 10 years.
Well, we'll try to rein you in again and get you on another episode. Real quick, let's go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of RareFUD Radio. This is Fast Eddie. You can find him www.twitter.com/MediaGiraffes if you want to check out all his tweets. He is a GOAT. He is a legend. Go ahead and give him a follow. And thank you so much for tuning into RareFUD Radio. We do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, as well as we are on podcasts. This episode will be uploaded to podcast shortly after on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you give us a follow and a review. It does help us tremendously. That about does it for us on this episode of RareFUD Radio. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you guys Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern